So this is the Stihl BGA-100. Stihl's top of the range commercial battery handheld blower. And you have to plug it in right there. Let's talk about it. So the first thing you'll notice about this BGA-100 blower when you pick it up is how lightweight it is. It really is very easy to pick up and very easy to swing around. When you're blowing something like a tennis court or a long driveway, you won't get fatigue on your wrist like you do with some of the other handheld blowers. It's got plenty of power as well, comparable to, well, more powerful than the handheld petrol blower, the BGA-100, but not quite as powerful as the backpack blower, the BGA-100. It's kind of in between. I did a little comparison on a video or two ago comparing all the handheld blowers. It wasn't a scientific comparison, but it kind of gives you an idea of where this sits in the power ratio. So ergonomics, as I said earlier, it's very good. They designed the handle with a bit of a tilt on it, so when you actually turn it on, it doesn't push back your wrist too much. I mean, you can feel it obviously, but it's not too bad. It's not quite as comfortable as I would say as the Husqvarna one. That you don't really feel any of that kind of force on your wrist, and maybe because it's slightly heavier as well, because you have to put the battery in it. It's got a big fan at the back here, so you can, when you're blowing, you can sort of, after a while, you know, when you're blowing, when you get a bit fatigued, you sort of blow with two hands. And they haven't designed it very well in that case because you've got nothing to hold on to really, but you can just hold the blower. But this does suck your t-shirt in a little bit. It's only a minor thing, and when it's hot it kind of keeps you cool, which is kind of good. But it does suck your t-shirt in, so you've got to hold it out a bit. It's got an adjustable nozzle, which you can shorten or lengthen depending on your application, so you can get it closer to the ground, which is handy. It's got a little hook on here, so you can hook that onto the battery. So this is the AR1000 from Stihl, and when you've got this on here, you can get a little hook that attaches to here. So if you want to, you can hook it on the side there and kind of spin it around from your hip, which it's, you know, it's all right. It's lightweight though, so I doubt you'll ever use that, to be honest. So let's go through the power settings so you can have a listen. So the cable plugs in to the back here, and it just slots in. You just line the two arrows up. A bit of a close-up. So you've got an arrow on there and an arrow on the cable. They just line up and slide straight in. And then you've got your power settings are on here. So you've got off, which is a lock, which means nothing's going to work. Then you can slide it on, and as soon as you pull the trigger, it activates it. So at the moment it's in nut 3, which is the highest setting. You've got 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Which you'd have it in all the time, to be honest. And then there's, when you pull this trigger in a bit further, it kind of goes in and then it clicks in again. That's your turbo mode. So it's got heaps of power, and it's just very easy to maneuver and stuff. It's very good. Yep, it's a great blower. There's not really much more to say about it, to be honest, I don't think. Oh yeah, it hasn't got cruise control, which is very annoying. I don't know why they don't put them on all the blowers, to be honest. The only one that's got that is the Husqvarna, which we use, and the Ego as well, which we use, but not the Ego commercial one, which is strange, because I mean it's great, you know, it makes a difference when you're actually blowing for a while. You can just take that finger off the trigger, and it just saves your wrist from the fatigue a little bit, you know, after a little while. So yeah, no cruise control, which is a strange one. Maybe that will come soon in like an updated version. This is quite old now, I think, or it's been around. The BGA-100 has been around for a while. I'm not sure if they've updated it internally or anything. So no cruise control, but it does have your power settings, so you can maximise your run time. And run time on this backpack battery, I'll have to double check and put it on the screen, but it's very good. I mean, you can get through with. I use this backpack battery with the blower and the what's the whippersnipper, the 130R, all day, and that's fine. And the hedger as well, the HSA 94T, And the FSA 130R, that's the whippersnipper. I use them all throughout the day, like maybe 10 or 12 properties, and I've normally still got charge in this backpack battery. So I don't think you need the big AR 3000, which is a lot heavier. I think you're better off just getting the smaller one, or maybe two if you can afford it, so you've always got a backup, and then just running with that, because it's much lighter and it's much easier to use to cart around with you all day, you know, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on. So generally the way I use this is I just put the backpack on, and normally start with the whippersnipper, so you can just unplug this and you can just, you know, stick this in your pocket, grab whatever you need to do, pick the whippersnipper up, plug it in, do your whippersnipper in, put the whippersnipper down, you know, unplug it, plug the blower in, get that bit done, and then you're ready to mow. Then I take the backpack off, do the mowing, and then pick it up at the end, and I normally just can get away with just slinging it over one arm, plugging this in, and doing the blowing. So, you know, a backpack battery isn't ideal, especially in Australia where it's hot, but you know, it's not too bad. I've also got the belt, so I can wear the AP300 batteries on my waist, which is also good. But what I like about this is you can just literally pick it up, sling it over, and get blowing, or whatever you're doing. With the belt, you've actually got to plug it in, connect it, so on and so forth. So, yeah. So quickly, the Stihl BGA-100 is a very good blower. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would, if you don't mind having the cable, and if you've invested in the Stihl backpack system or the battery system in total. You know, you can't plug a battery in here, so you have to have either, somehow you have to be able to connect this, so you have to carry the backpack, or you have to plug in the batteries onto your waist. So if you don't mind doing that, it's a great blower, and yeah, I enjoy using it. It's very easy. It's just, you know, it's on, it's off, it's no ramping up, no slowing down. It's good. It's a good blower. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit now, so check it out. Thank you to Ben at the Stihl shop in Burley for this demo unit. I may be purchasing one very soon. All right, thanks guys. See you on the next one.